Well, hello and welcome to a very simple video. I've got a mass of stuff all across my bed. I've got an empty suitcase. It's time to pack. I'm off to a place I've never been before, but I have been to the Faroe Islands a few times, so I've got a good idea of what gear I need to take and what I need to pack. But I'm going for a little bit longer and I'm going a little bit further. I'm heading to Iceland. So what I'm going to show you how and what I pack for my trip to Iceland, and then we'll go through my camera bag and I'll show you what I've got in there. But first of all, I need to get all of this, or pretty much most of it, into this bag. Right, so we need a tripod, which we've got my medium-sized tripod at the back there. I've got my walking sticks. I've got a baby tripod because I'm not sure whether I want to take it or not, but I can get it in. If I can get it in, I will try. I've got waterproofs and gloves. I've got my clothes, obviously, a spare set of trousers, change of tops, change of underwear, socks and things. I've got waterproof socks in there. I've got a rain jacket because it's going to rain and it's going to be cold. I've got my wash stuff, which is basically a scrunchie and some toothpaste, and I've got my drone. I've got some charging gear for my radios because I am taking a few people with me. I'm taking a number of photographers that are all going to do some photography. I've arranged a trip. Yeah, if you want to go on one of these trips with me, I've got 2 places left for the Faroe Islands next year, and I've also got another Iceland one I'm going to plan. So yeah, put your name down, give us a comment and let me know. Anyway, I've also got my spikes, my micro spikes, because I'm not sure it's October, so we could have a little bit of ice and snow, so we're going to take them. Essential Crocs for when I'm not wearing my boots. I've got my swimming trunks because we're going to Iceland and there are some hot spas, and we've got a hot tub at one of the accommodations that I booked, and if I can get in the hot tub, I need my swimming trunks. I've got a waterproof hat, I've got my warm clothes, I've got my down jacket, I've got my medium down jacket, and also in my camera bag I've got a base layer jacket as well, and of course something to sleep in, some shorts. I'm going to try and get my hoodie in as well, so in the evening I've got my hoodie and my shorts and I can just relax in the accommodation, because we do a shared accommodation. When I book these trips I do it on a budget, I do it cheaply, and we all join in, and we basically just help each other out, and everyone has their own beds of course. So yeah, let's see if we can get it in this case. This is a semi-rigid case. I put the size up for you. I was going to say 45 litres, but I'm not sure. I'll put the size up for you, and I'll also put a link for the Amazon link for it, because I've used this now in the Faroe Islands a few times and it's been absolutely brilliant. It's got a good handle on the top, it's got a good handle on the sides, it's got all 4 wheels, push it along, roll it along, fantastic. So yeah, let's get this started. You might not be able to see my face when I'm doing this, but I'll try and talk you through what I've got and how I'm going to get it in there. First of all, it's clothes. So I'm going to quickly show you this clothes pack. Try not to lose anything on the way. So inside here I've got a couple of pairs of underwear. I've got my 3 t-shirt layers, long sleeve ones of course. I've got a couple of pairs of socks. I've got my change of trousers, and I've also got a couple of pairs of sealskin waterproof socks. They go in one of these little compression things just because it's nice and simple to keep all my clothes in one place. So if I need to pull this out and carry this anywhere, I've got it handy. So that goes in, I tuck that in the top. This little bag actually fits in the suitcase very, very well. So we push it in nice and tight. I don't go for anything too tight in compression because I need to be able to lean on this and get this squashed down as much as I possibly can when I need to. This is my change of clothes to go with me. That's my clothes that I'm going to be wearing on the way. I've got my trousers, underwear, socks and top. I'll also be wearing my down jacket, and I've got a carry-on bag as well, which I'll show you that later on. So also inside this pack, I want to try and make this a little bit secure, and you'll see why in a minute. So my waterproof's going in, and my waterproof trousers, they go in nicely like that. And I'm also going to put my bed shorts in the bottom. If we're changing accommodation, I want to be able to get to my bed shorts nice and quick and easy, and that's where they sit. And I'm also going to put in my hat and my gloves in the bottom. That gives me a nice soft layer for what's going in next. And what's going in next, and you're going to be surprised, I'm going to be putting in my XT4 body. Now I'm taking the XT5, it's going to be down in my camera bag there, but I want to take a spare body because if I go to somewhere like Iceland, and it's definitely my first time, I do not want to go and have a camera failure, or even one of my people that are coming with me, if they have a camera failure, I've got a spare body that I know will work. So I'm going to put it in this little waterproof bag just because it's wrapped in a little bit of bubble wrap, but we still need to make this a little bit more padded because it's going in the hold, because it's going in the case. It's going to get bashed around. So what I'll do is I'll take my medium jacket, which I can fold up quite small, and you've all seen me wearing this. I'll put that inside here, tuck it in to where I need to tuck it in. Then I'll put my camera inside this, and then I fold this up. Okay, so now this becomes a nice padded shield for that camera body. Okay, it's in there, it can't really get damaged. I've done it with lenses before now to try and get the weight down in my bag, because this is 23 kilos and my camera bag's only 10, so we've got to get the weight down. Also, we're going to pack our hat, so we've got a nice warm hat and our waterproof coat. So again, this waterproof coat folds up okay, tuck it in, get it in where I can, and just tuck it all in the best best I can to make sure it fits inside the zip pocket for this. I'm also going to chuck on top there leg straps. These things I wear. If you're interested in these, I'll put the link for them as well. I wear these leg straps all the time when I'm walking. They really do help my legs. So because I'm taking a few people with me, one, I need a multi-socket, and again I'll put this link down for the multi-socket. This is brilliant. It's got so many different functions on the back to having it fits every plug all over the world. It's got 4 USB sockets and it fits everything. It's brilliant. So that gets tucked in down there. So you've got to fill up every little space you can. So that'll get tucked in. The radios, I'm taking 3 radios because I've got people with me and I just hope that we don't lose anyone. But yeah, I can tuck them in there. They go in that bottom bit. I've also got a charger for my camera batteries, so I can just about get that, or I should be able to get it just in the bottom in there. So that's pretty much everything tucked in the bottom, nice and safe. And then I'll zip it up. So we fold it over, ignore all these little bits in here. I've got some earplugs and some USB cables and bits and pieces. I've got a reminder for my car hire. I've also got the car hire in my travel bag, but that's the car hire separate paper just in case I lose one. Yeah, that goes in there, and now I've got a little bit of room just to stick the little mini tripod just inside there. And this little mini tripod's for what I use for my GoPro and things like that. So we can tuck it in. If we can get it in, we will. If not, it gets left outside. So that's the closed side in and done. And I've just ignore all these bits of plastic and things that are in there. It's just a mess. So yeah, that's the simple side. Now we have to get in the rest of it. And I know you're looking at this thinking, how is he going to get all of that kit in that one side? So the tripod's the first thing that goes in. This is really important. This is my medium-sized tripod with my geared head on it. And what I used to do, I used to take the geared head off and I used to unscrew it and put it all in, but I found a better way of doing it, and that is unscrew all 3 legs, take the legs out, and my tripod then fits nicely in there, perfectly fits. And all I'll do is I'll just slacken this off so this can move around and doesn't get hard and damaged. And I've got a little bit of bubble wrap, and this is where these little bits of bubble wrap come in handy, and I just tuck that around there and it just stops it from digging into the tripod. It's not going to, but it just helps. So that's my tripod, that's in, secure into that corner, it's fine. Now with the legs, you can see I've got these massive big spikes. Lucky enough, I have these rubber caps that go on the bottom. So I'll stick these rubber caps on the bottom of these spikes because you do not want one of these spikes coming through your case, do you? So I put them on the bottom there. I put 2 in and 1 upside down. They now fit in the bottom of there quite nicely and they're tucked away. The other thing that's awkward to pack is this. You've got to pack your awkward things first. This is my walking sticks. I take 2 walking sticks with me. I might only use 1 in Iceland, but definitely on the Faroe Islands I needed 2. They will go in across there like that. Now what I would tend to do is take one of my sweaty head cloths and I just lay that on top there, and what that's going to do is just add a little bit of protection just in case it gets too much of a beating and breaks them, but that should do the job just nicely. Now we've got to find some big items. The drone needs to be packed away safe. The batteries have been taken out there in my travel carry bag. I've got a couple of carry bags, and this is purely to keep it all compact and wrapped up tight. It's not really going to give it any protection, but what it is going to do, one is I've got a spare carry bag in there to put my dirty clothes in if I need it, and secondly it keeps them propellers all tucked up nice and secure, and that's going to go inside the edge of one of my Crocs. Now what you could do is you could actually probably put a radio inside the foot of one of my Crocs. It saves it being in there, but it is fitting in there, so it's okay. But I've got a little bit of space in the end there, just in case you want to tuck something in. So I'm going to shove that in there. I'm going to take my other Croc and try and work out where to put that in a moment. I'm not quite sure where it's going to fit, but we'll try and put it somewhere where it squidges down and I can just squash it in, somewhere like that. My wash bag, that's quite soft. So as it's quite soft, I'll squidge that down and I'm going to add that underneath there, and that's going to give me a little bit more padding around the drone. Okay, so this is all about getting the padding. Remember, this is soft here, so it's going to sit on top of that. I've now got, this is a bulky item. I don't take this to the Faroe Islands, but Iceland, I'm just thinking I might need my micro spikes, and inside here, you know, they are tucked away inside this little packet, but it does make it an awkward lump to pack, so we're going to shove that the only place we can, which is there. This little baby tripod, again, I'm not sure about it. Yeah, I'm just not sure. If I can take it, maybe I can get it in, but I'm gonna have to see. So we need me beanie hat, or me bobble hat, nice waterproof bobble hat. That can be tucked in that corner. And it is just a case of finding places to fit everything. Waterproofs, again, they're soft, so let's put them in somewhere around the drone. They're going to keep that soft drone going on. I've got another charger. This is to take all the batteries for the radios. So again, we need to find somewhere small to put that. We'll tuck it in wherever we can. Get it in nice and flat if we can to make sure everything's down nice and securely. What about in there? Anywhere it can go in nice and flat. What else have we got? We've got the other half of the drone. So again, I need to find a little space that might fit, probably inside that crock, just like that. Look at that, it goes inside the crock, tucked away inside there. I've got another pair of waterproof socks. Whether I need them or not, I don't know, but it's going to add me some padding on top of that. So I'm going to stick that in there. And this is my drone charger, and also my spare Osmo Pocket 2, because my Osmo Pocket 3 keeps having a fit and doesn't work all the time. So again, if I can find somewhere to put it, we can get it all in. That's going to go in there. So we're looking pretty flat and pretty compact now. It's just whether we can get this tripod in and whether there's anywhere we can actually fit it that's actually going to work, or whether I actually even need to take it with me. It might be the case that I don't need to take it with me and it can stay here. The other thing I've got is a little bag. I'll show you that in a minute. I always take a little bag because I might want to put my smelly socks in there or something like that, or my Crocs might get dirty. And I've got the rubber cap off the bottom of my walking stick, and I'm just going to drop them in the side there because I might need them if I get a muddy ground. So what I would like to do is try and get that in. So I think this might have to stay. So with this is my hoodie. I can place my hoodie over the top of everything and try and just lay it all down, and then when it folds up, it should keep it all in. And that might actually go in the bottom there. But well, first of all, we'll just seal it up and make sure everything fits. And I'll show you what else goes with me. So yeah, this, I'm not sure about this yet. We'll put that there. I like to take it for doing the vlogging on, but we don't know. And then I can fold this over, put my little bag under there, keep my little bag, because I say it's always nice to keep a little bag to put your wet bits in. That then, I can fold that down. She zips round really nicely. And that is that. It is in, it's finished, it's great. Now how much does it weigh? Let's have a look. So we get our scales. I have weighed this already, so I've got an idea of what this is going to weigh. So we'll hook that round the handle. Let's turn her on. 0, and when we pick it up, she weighs 17.2 kilos. So I have a 23 kilo limit on this bag, which means that is great. And again, like I say, it's got a lovely handle on it, really, really easy for pushing around. Fantastic little thing. So that's that bag done. Let's put that on there. I'm going to now show you what's in my other bags. So this bag, this is my security bag. This bag goes over my head when I'm traveling. And inside here, I've got my trusty passport. I've got my instructions and stuff for when I get there for the car hire and stuff like that. I've also got inside here my GoPro, and in the bottom, I've got my other radio with batteries in it. I've also got a battery pack for listening to my music and stuff when I go on, on the travel. I've got in the front here, I've got my earplugs for listening to music when I'm on the plane or traveling. And I've got USB cables, and any batteries that I carry will be in the bottom of this bag. So all my drone batteries and stuff will be in the bottom. And I've also got a mount for the car. For when I get there, I need a mount. All this bag locks up. It's an expensive bag, but it's high security. It's got a lock on the front, which I can lock the bag. No one can then undo this zips. No one can undo these zips. All these zips are locked together. And also it has a lock on the bottom there that I can actually lock this strap around a table leg or something like that, so it doesn't come off of me. It stays there and it stays underneath my coat, and I can actually move it around to the back if I want to as well. But that's just my safe carrying pack, which I then have under my seat. My glasses, which I need to change before I go, and also I've got my fold-up hat, which we've all seen my fold-up hats. I wear these, and we've got my down jacket, which will be going with me. Then if I don't want to wear my down jacket, I'll shove it inside my camera bag for a bit. So let me get my camera bag out. Oh, boots are going to be worn. That's when I take my boots with me. So my camera bag is another matter. This camera bag, we'll weigh it first to give you an idea of what it weighs. I've got a 10 kilogram limit on the camera bag on my carry-on, and I think this comes in just over the 10 kilos because I've got a couple of little bits in there I wouldn't normally carry. So we've got 10.4, so I can live with that. It's not a kilo over, it's 10.4, it's not too bad. So inside here, in the top, I've got, and these are the few extra little bits I've got in here. So I've got a little head torch, my other baby head torch is in here. I've got my base layer jacket that I wear, this because it's going to be cold. And also inside here, I've got my 2 drone batteries. That's added a bit of weight. Any problems, and I'll shove them in the bottom of there and take them with me in there. And then I've also got my waterproof cover and first aid kit. So all these things do weigh a little bit, but if I tuck them all in, any questions, I'll just put them in my pocket. But that's how I'm going to get through with my carry-on. So it should be okay. We should be fine. I've got to put a knee support in there as well. So in the back, what am I taking for camera equipment? What am I taking to actually use? At the moment, my Osmo Pocket 3 is in there with a little mini tripod to put it on, just in case I need it. And inside this one, I've got a little mini power pack and my microphone for my Osmo Pocket 3. But like I say, I am having problems with my Osmo Pocket 3. The straps are all tucked away inside so that the straps are not flapping around and making it look all big. And what I do also do is I put a lock on these two zips, so this cannot be opened if my bag gets put at the other end of the aeroplane instead of where I am. So I put a little lock on it as well, just to make sure it can't just be unzipped simply and easily. Anyone can cut, I won't cut it away, but you know, let's keep it simple. So inside here, we've got my trusty X-T5 with the Atoll, and on the front of this at the moment, I've got the 18-55. That is my trusty camera, as you all know and seen. That goes in and it stays in there. I've got the wide angle lens, so I'm taking a standard kit lens, if you like, just a standard size lens. I'm taking the 10-24, which is a wide angle lens. I'm also taking the longer lens as well. So it's just 3 lenses. That's all I've got. Wide angle, mid-range, 18-55. I suppose that's equivalent to a 24-75, 24-70, something like that. And I've also got the 70-300. Now this is like equivalent to about 100-400. So I've got a little gap between the 55 and the 70, but I know I can live with that. I've also got an array of memory cards. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've got 10 memory cards in there, plus 2 in the camera, so that's 12 memory cards. I'll shoot, probably change them every day. So I'll take 2 out of the camera when I've finished, put the other 2 in and shoot on them. Take the 2 out the next day, put the other 2 in and shoot with them. And that's how I'll probably work throughout the week. So I've always got clean cards in the next day. So if my camera goes off the cliff and the camera gets drenched in the sea, if something happens to it, I've got yesterday's and the day before's still on me. Also in here, I've got my 2 spare batteries, both charged, ready to go. And there is actually I also carry always a spare memory card. I don't know why, but I've always carried a spare memory card because I've done weddings before and you get there and suddenly your memory cards are full, or you picked your bag up and you've left something at home. There's a spare one in there. I've also got my Maven filters, and inside here I've also still got a spare battery in there as well. So if I pick this up and walk away and leave my batteries in there, how many times have you got to your tripod and realised there's no battery? So I'm going to leave that one in there just for this trip because it gives me 3 spare batteries, which is more than enough. I shouldn't have to charge them. I've also got a little multi-tool in the bottom, little tiny Ulanzi multi-tool with Allen screws on it. I take a basic set of filters, so like a 3, 6, 10 stop and a polarizer. In the bottom here, I haven't got a lot in here. Probably got some small micro SD cards, a couple of batteries for the GoPro, and another little mini power pack. These mini power packs are absolutely fantastic. They've charged my phone a few times. I've even charged the camera on them before now. So again, I'll put a link for those because they are absolutely brilliant. I highly recommend them. Really, really good. And a blower. We need a blower, and we've even got a cable release. So that's my camera kit. That's what we're taking with us for Iceland. That should be enough to keep me going, should be enough to get everything I need and to take everything I need. And this is my first trip. If I find I go this time and I need something else, I'll change it. Any arguments on the plane about this stuff will then go into my pockets and I'll just carry it in my pockets. What I try and do is tuck anything away. I'm leaving my water bottle thing out at the moment, but this will get tucked inside, which makes it nice and clean like the other side. So if you can get the bag all nice and clean, and I have a strap that I then wrap around this, pull it all in tight, so it's all pulled in nice and tight. So it just looks a little bit more compact for when we're traveling. That's the way it works. And because this folds up and down, I can actually put my coat inside here and sort of maybe just fall them a little bit. But yeah, it's okay when once you get on the plane, tuck it in there to hide it inside and get on. But yeah, we should be fine. We should be good. Shouldn't have a problem with that. Let's say it's half a kilo over, but any queries, I'll take my lens out and stick my lens in my pocket if I have to. So that's it. That's the job done. Everything I'm going to take, apart from this, I might try and get this in, because then at least I can set this up and put my camera on it and I can talk to you when I'm doing what I'm doing. But it is Iceland. Chances are it's going to get blown over, isn't it? So yeah, I'll work that one out in a moment. Jobs are good. Thanks for watching. Any questions? Ask. Any advice? Tell me. And also, let me know what you would take on your trips. And also, what trips do you think I should do? Also, one more thing. 2025 calendar. I've got a 2025 calendar with some beautiful images in it. I've only got a very limited amount this year. I didn't go spending lots of money on lots and lots of them. This one's Tim's. Tim's stopping the night tomorrow night. He's coming from Scotland, so I'm going to leave that on the bed for him tomorrow night. So if you want one, let me know. And I've got a very limited amount, and I don't want to take them through to next year. Ciao for now. See you soon. Bye.